Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to share a little piece of what I believe has to do with values and uh, moral compass. And they call it moral compass because, we're pointing in a direction. And a lot of people are uncomfortable with some of my beliefs and ideas because they take it as attack on their personal being, since they've chosen a different route to raise their kids and teach their family members. But if that's the case, then you're looking at it in the wrong direction. It's all about putting your thoughts and our thoughts together and coming out with the best, not solution, but answer. Um, Two heads are better than one. And it's just the way that I believe I've been raised. Um, Being raised by a Mexican family and having uh, how you having values installed in you, or being around people that install these types of values. Now, a lot of times, love is blind. We all heard the story where people have done crazy things over being in love with a significant other, and doing things that might not be in everyone else's eyes might be might be funny, or just out of this world. So in my belief, a lot of times, being a parent or somebody who's or a guardian or somebody who's raising children, our love blinds us to things and values that we should install in our children. And I've learned over a course of teaching many men and leading many men and this journey we call life, that sometimes it's necessary to install or push a hard line when it comes to your value system. And my example to that for that would be that a lot of times we bend to our children's wills. For instance, we feed them what they want, what they choose, instead of what's good for them or what we know they should be eating. We choose out of our love, out of our blindness of out of being blinded from our love for them. We choose to give them that they want. But by doing so, you're leaving uh, someone else to lead them in their moral compass, because as they grow, they go out in life and are shown a hard line by other people, by people whose mindsets have got away from what it is, from our traditions, and what it is to have respect and to learn the law of the people. And so if you give them what they want, if you give children what they want, you give people what they want off the top, they grow up with a sense of entitlement and a sense of I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna do what I want, and we lose the respect that we should have for each other. And I strongly believe in letting your children or our children be who they want to be, but if you don't teach them the right way and press the hard line, press the traditions upon them, then it's going to be difficult for them to find themselves. Instead, somebody else will find them, and that's where we go off course. Somebody else is teaching them uh, the law of the streets, and or the law of the evil man, and that's where we get away from each other. That's where we get away from being a society that's dependent on our traditional values, and we become a society that's uh, that has the wrong goals, and believes that greed and fame and those things are number one in life. It's fine to try to get there, but if you think that that's what life is about, then you have something else to think about. You've been led astray from what is really fulfilling in life, and fulfillment comes from helping others, helping your family members, and from love and the ability uh, to be strong and to be weak. For instance, thinking back, at home, my mom, she tried to be, a loving mom, but on the streets, she was foul mouthed, and she wouldn't let anybody run over her, and she pushed a hard line, and it goes towards belief I have of dualism, being able to be tough and being able to be soft. Um, I once read um, a story about the samurais that they had reached the epitome of being tough. Could nobody could deal with them. They were the baddest people around, and so they felt like they had reached all they had reached in that area. And to better themselves, they decided to become monks, I believe, and to be humble. And so the moral of the story is that we need to be able to be both, but we need to be able to learn when is the correct time to lead with a sword and to when to lead with an open hand. Uh, so it's important for us to install those values early on in childhood so that we prepare our children for uh, for what's out there. It's also important to continue as they grow to give them physical attention, like hugs and reassurance of the love that you have for them. As uncomfortable as it might be for you or them, you don't need to. You shouldn't give up on this. This is important because it builds strength, emotional strength, and mental strength, and this will have a great effect on them later on in life. Have a very very important effect, and a lot of people, including myself, are not comfortable with physical contact. But even if it's great things in life, they're not easily earned, and this is a point that I want to make specifically, a specific point that I'm very passionate about. Uh, you have to make the attempt and accomplish uh, making them comfortable in their skin and being themselves, and hugging them and telling them that you love them every opportunity that you have, whether you're a man or a woman. We both have the same responsibilities in raising our children, and um, and even if they're not your children, you should be able to encourage everyone to do the best that they can and give them positive words of encouragement. And don't lie to them, uh, but help them succeed in life and help them do better. Uh, you'll push them to be greater people, and that's the people that we want in our world. We want greatness, but coupled with humbleness and love, not with greed and evil thoughts and the idea of taking advantage of each other to better yourself. Um, and if we don't teach those, instill those values, like I said, we're leaving that up to the people out there in the world that don't care about you, they don't care about us, they care about money signs in their eyes, and they care about all the wrong things. So it's a challenge, and I'm sure you're up to it. I am.